So I want to do a quick, let's call it 2 minute video on Tesla. This is going to be about playing retest. We'll briefly discuss NVIDIA too. So what you can see here is I took Tesla to the downside. I'm out, probably chilling for the rest of the day with Jackson Hole being tomorrow. Stuff can be reckless. I just took a simple breakdown. So I got out because Jackson Hole's tomorrow. Like I said, I'm not. And the stocks have just been stuck all week. 294 is the area that I'd look to take profit on shorts or expect to bounce. Contracts I sold for 272 are over 305 right now. But I figure if it does dump, then we can short a retest of the 296.5 level later. Daily price target is down at 287.92. That's in the ideal world. But you would basically have to wait for another setup at 294 for another breakdown if you're going to take it down there. But that's neither here nor there. If Jackson Hole weren't tomorrow, I'd definitely have loaded up, went way heavy and held down to 294. You got to be mindful of these events because the market can just be treacherous. And then I'll show you something with QQQ later. You can take the Tesla retest coming up at 296.50, but you kind of have to put your stop at 297. That's just kind of how people typically teach it, but that's not how I'm going to teach it. 298 on Tesla would be the best. That's the dog. 298 on Tesla would be the best risk to reward. So notice how you give, even if you give yourself $1.50 on your stop loss, you're going to get killed because 297 is right there. But if you wait and play 298, then you getting in at the best risk to reward. This is what I said at 9:54 this morning. If you look at Tesla right now, look what it did at 298.10. Imagine had I shorted that at 296.50, I would have got stopped out. I would have got stopped out just for this to come all the way back down. And then, you know what I'm saying? So that stuff happens to newer traders a lot. So the retest gave the magnitude that I got this morning. It's gone even further, right? It gave the magnitude up in here because I didn't catch nothing but like a $2 move, if that. And I made good money. So in 2 minutes. So playing them retests, you could have loaded up here and got a decent size, right? But the other thing you could have done is instead of 298 is the best risk to reward, right? So if you enter the retest, I go light with a 70 to 100% stop loss instead of going heavy with a 20 to 25% stop. That way you give yourself time because if you put $1,000 on a trade, you lose 20 to 25%, you lose $200 to $250. But if you get one contract for $200 and you lose 70%, then you've lost less money than you would have lost going heavy. You feel what I'm saying? So that's kind of how you got to play that. The only reason I even said that was because QQQ had broke out. Tesla and QQQ typically should be doing the same thing. Not the same thing, but you don't want to be shorting Tesla if QQQ is breaking out. Now, I'm very mindful of the fact that QQQ probably ain't had no business breaking out like this anyway, but that's all besides the point. What I'm saying here is what this is focusing on is Tesla. It broke down. We got to retest. You got to find those retest levels. That's what I teach. And then you take a trade back into the same direction. NVIDIA didn't work because it never actually broke down. It would have had to have broken 167 for us to be playing retest, right? Otherwise, we're just guessing playing supply, which, I mean, if you guess playing supply, which I did, you got to go light and buy time. So I took the 120 puts for October at 108 and said this should get us out around 20% stop loss. It got to flush 167 fast or we're going to be out. So I got out of NVIDIA at 89, right? So it's like a 17, 20% stop loss. I only had one contract. That's why. So you see the difference in playing retest versus playing guessing at supply. If you watch my NVIDIA playlist, you'll see that